Hi, Walter here. In music theory, an interval is a combination of two notes, or the ratio between their frequencies. Two-note combinations are also called dyads. Although chords are often defined as sets of three or more notes, intervals are sometimes considered to be the simplest kind of chord. The most common method to classify and name an interval is based on their quality, whether it's perfect or major or minor, etc., or its number, whether it's a unison, a second, a third, the rest of the intervals. So, for instance, two frequently used types of intervals are called the minor third and the major third. Intervals may also be classified as melodic or harmonic. Melodic means they're played at separate times. The two notes are played at the same time. That's harmonic. There are also diatonic and non-diatonic intervals. Now, that's a way of classifying those intervals that are in the major scale and those that aren't. All those notes are diatonic intervals from the tonic note, the root note. And then there's 5 non-diatonic intervals with the other 5 notes that are unaccounted for because there are 12 notes to the scale, chromatically, 12 semitones, but there's only 7 major scale tones. Those are the diatonic intervals. And the non-diatonic intervals are those notes that are not in that scale. Now, it's easiest always to see it in the key of C. So we will do a quick demonstration for you. Here is the major scale, key of C. Those, remember, are scale tones. C to D is a second. C to E is a third. C to F is a fourth. C to G is a fifth. C to A is a sixth. C to B is a seventh. And C to C is an octave. Those are the diatonic intervals. The non-diatonic intervals, in this case, would be all of the black notes. Now I will name the intervals. Minor second, major second, minor third, major third, perfect fourth, tritone, it could be an augmented fourth or a diminished fifth, perfect fifth, minor sixth, major sixth, minor seventh, major seventh, octave. I showed you the C major scale on the keyboard. I told you scale tones 1 through 7, 8 is a repeat of 1. So if you played 1 and 2 together, as we've done here, it's a major second. Why is it major? Because it's in the key signature. C to E is a major third, because E is in the key signature. Major sixth, A is in the key signature. C to B, major seventh. The perfect intervals, the fourth and the fifth, are in the scale. The major intervals are called major because they are the intervals of the major scale, but they are not in each other's scale. Perfects are perfects. They're called perfects because they are in each other's scale. 7 intervals are accounted for. They are the intervals of the major scale, but there are 5 more intervals left to discuss, not in the major scale. And these are the minor intervals and the tritone. The minor intervals are those intervals that are not in the major scale. So C to D flat, D flat's not in the major scale. That interval would be a minor second. Minor third, C to E flat. C to A flat's a minor sixth. C to B flat is a minor seventh. Again, why? Because those notes are not in the major scale. And then there's the tritone. It can be called an augmented fourth or diminished fifth. We call it a tritone when we hear it audibly, but it's written both ways. So just understand that the tritone is a perfect fourth raised a half step or a perfect fifth lowered a half step. You have just learned that an interval is a combination of 2 notes, or ratio between frequencies. 2-note combinations are also called dyads, and that there are major, perfect, minor, and tritone intervals.